We are in overtime on Christmas at 9:09 p.m.
I'm a bit of a Grinch, man. Not gonna lie. I alluded to it a little bit in the main podcast, but I mean, I just believe in being generous all the time and giving all the time. I can't stand people that are like, oh, it's Christmas, got to donate money or got to give to this cause. Just be that way all the time.
It's wild.
Every day is Christmas in my world, man.
I was talking to, what's his name? Peter Hedstrom from Desire and God.
Yeah.
And so he goes, I think something like 70% of the donations come in
December.
November, December.
Yeah.
There's a huge
That's
swath.
how our church is too. It's a struggle.
I mean, people do their finances at the end of the year too. Everyone's personal fiscal finances are on the calendar year, so it sort of makes sense. I remember actually putting money in the collection bag, a check in the collection bag for Desire and God on New Year's Eve, and I got a call on New Year's Eve still that says, "Hey, like these guys don't have a tax deductible donation. Do you still want to give it to this organization?"
Oh, interesting.
Because I guess I deposited that night or something. I don't know. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't think you have to deposit it that night, do you?
You don't have to, no.
No. But anyways.
No, there's definitely some leeway there. That's a whole tax thing about like when the check was written and when it comes out of the account. And, you know, I mean, ideally it's out of the account, but there's a few days there as long as you've had it written. Yeah. Somebody has it, so.
Listener question. This is kind of written kind of weird. How do I avoid sticking to masturbation when times get really bad? So
do you vet listener questions before we take them?
No.
Doesn't feel like you do.
Why would I need to vet them? Who am
I?
I?
Need more context.
I mean, it doesn't make sense. How do I avoid sticking to masturbation? How do I avoid masturbation? What do you mean sticking to it? Like, are you going to go worse like other things?
Yeah, just ask the question, circle back. I say we scrap that question, get clarification.
Okay, I can get clarification.
Yeah, some people don't even think masturbation's wrong.
Yeah, Dave Curry would say it's not.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but he says for sex addicts or like people that are like dealing with like porn addictions or things like that, they should completely restrain.
Well, for those of you that are faithful listeners and have been following along in the book, you'll notice that we did not do the book today on the Christmas special. And the topic was lust for this week, and we will discuss it at length next week.
Yes.
But I would argue that nobody is doing things like that without lusting. So that would be lust is for sure wrong. So anyways, I don't think we need to go more into that. You can ask for some clarification if you want. People get really uncomfortable when you talk about masturbation, especially when you're at the Little Beetle restaurant. That's why I don't like the new format where you're sitting so close.
Especially when we're at the Little Beetle restaurant,
right? It's like you're sitting so close. And
you've obviously had a conversation about masturbation?
The ladies beside him are just like looking at me like...
Well, you probably talk how loud you're talking. You're like,
it went everywhere. Outside. No, it's just more like about... Anyways. A lot of things should be talked about more. There's a lot of things that are talked about that should be talked about less, and there's a lot of things that are not talked about that should be talked about more.
Oh, that's
so like before you say this is weird and awkward, it's like things that people are doing all the time and are never talked about, that's a problem.
Yes.
So
yes,
I just need context to answer the question.
Yes. Okay. Understood. I want to read something here, how the co-founder of Netflix defines success, but it's so good. I kind of want to wait till next week. So I might I'll wait till next week.
Why is that?
It's just so good. I want everyone to hear it. Should we give him a week early?
No, right now. Now on the overtime. The Patreon, man.
How the co-founder of Netflix defines success. I'm Mark Rodolph, the co-founder of Netflix and 6 other companies. This is my definition of success. I've worked hard for my entire career to keep my life balanced with my job. In my book, I write about my Tuesday date nights with my wife. For over 30 years, I had a hard cutoff on Tuesdays. Rain or shine, I left exactly at 5 p.m. and spent the evening with my best friend. We would go to a movie, have dinner, and just go window shopping downtown together. Nothing got in the way of that. No meeting, no conference call, no last-minute question or request. If you had something to say to me on Tuesday afternoon at 4:55, you had better say in a way to the parking lot if there was a crisis. We are going to wrap it up by 5. Those Tuesday nights kept me sane. They put the rest of my work in perspective. I resolved a long time ago to not be one of those entrepreneurs on their 7th startup on their 7th wife. In fact, the thing I'm most proud of in my life is not the companies I started, it's the fact that I was able to start them while staying married to the same woman, having my kids growing up knowing me and the best I can tell liking me, and being able to spend time pursuing the other passions in my life. That's my definition of success. For a company that big...
I feel a dichotomy. I feel a dichotomy in the guy that was a co-founder of Netflix and the crap that they produce.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'm struggling with that.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
That's fair. Yeah.
I would say vote with your wallet and cancel your Netflix subscription if you have one right now. They have a complete agenda and it's complete debauchery.
I mean, I don't know if this guy's still part of Netflix.
Oh, well, we're going to have to find out.
I mean, and I've, just because you own part of a company doesn't mean you have any say in a company either.
Anyways.
But
I love what he said.
Yes.
It's very wise.
Yes.
Sorry.
That's fine. You can grab on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think people justify watching Netflix? You know a lot of people that watch
justify
Netflix?
Everything that's not good for them.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's very interesting how, like, we grew up in a weird culture, and I don't know how many people listen to Patreon that didn't grow up in the weird culture, but like TV was wrong, right? But it's like now we have like, okay, the things on your phone, you can watch anything on your phone. You can have a Netflix. Like, I'd be curious to know how many young Dutch kids have Netflix accounts, but it's just debauchery and awfulness. Like, it's like run for your life.
I would say not even that. I would say more the time thing. It's a time thief, and time is so valuable. Like,
it is. So yeah. And actually that's where I was going to go with,
like, you're not getting sleep at night because you're on your device. You're not talking to the people that are most important to you.
You're just filling your head with garbage.
Filling your head with garbage usually. Like, if people just went screen free from 6 p.m. on,
change your life.
It would completely radically change
6 to 6.
Everything in your life.
Yeah.
Like, wildly, massively. You would actually have conversations. You go to bed on time. You'd like do all kinds of things. It's just
healthy habits.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah. It is. I'm quoting Adderall right now. That's hard.
Okay. Still pretty sober. Sober from the...
Yeah. Sober from the... as well.
The marijuana. For how long? Quite a while?
And I think in the last 30 days, it's been 3 times.
When's the last time you smoked it?
A week and a half ago.
Okay. The old sobriety checklist.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Why are you quitting Adderall?
Numbs, like, I've been doing it for had it on 2 years, I think. I've been using it now, and it was really, really helpful in a lot of ways, but I think it kind of like starts losing its thing, and it numbs you emotionally.
Okay.
So,
not sure how long the overtime's gone, but I wanted to give away this book.
7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Yeah. It's a famous book.
Have you read it?
Part of it. I will read the rest. Whoever takes it can challenge me to read the rest.
Oh, this is a giveaway.
It's a giveaway. Yeah, first person to message you. Nobody ever picks up the books. This book's brand new. I bought
all the books have been given away.
I bought this brand new for this cause.
Oh, that's amazing.
Because it's over 40 million books sold. I mean, it's not catching up to like Bunyan's book, Pilgrim's Progress, but...
Probably getting close. Probably not.
Probably not getting close. That's a good book. I'll get those books to give away.
Have you actually read Pilgrim's Progress cover to cover?
Yeah.
I want to get...
And we have the children's version that you gave us as a gift, and we love it.
Oh, I love that.
And I will donate that on the next episode, in the main episode. You buy a set. Yeah,
okay. We'll give those away, because that is genuinely helpful for me as a parent reading that kid's version of that Pilgrim's Progress book. But the kids as well, the questions they ask and like the insights they get, it is freaking awesome.
Another thing we do is we have our supper time question, right?
Yeah.
I've shared that before.
Yeah.
And that's 200 questions. And those are great questions.
Yeah.
And every supper time we ask at least
What'd you ask today?
Today we kept it real simple. We've had some pretty heavy answers, pretty depressing answers from the kids. Some of them try to be hyper spiritual. It's like, knock it off, man. Like, I don't...
Peter asked me yesterday in church, we were watching the video of Grace.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And he's like, looks up at me, he goes, because he wanted to stay through the whole service, because I thought first going to bring him out, but he started bawling because Grace had died, and so I brought him back in, and he's like, is there a way that we can be saved from our sins where Jesus doesn't die? And I'm like, I'll tell you after church.
Okay. Deep theological. Yeah, kids are thinking. He's little too. He's only 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, tonight was just, do you like to play outside or inside more?
Mm-hmm.
Then you always got the hedger in the family that wants to say both. And
what do you say?
Me? Inside.
You like to play inside?
I like to play inside. Leave it at that.
Do you actually have any hobbies?
This is a hobby.
Besides the podcast? Do you
That's it. I've started playing hockey again.
Oh, yeah.
3
How's
weeks
that
in a
going?
row now.
How's that going?
Very sore, but I really like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you get it there and you actually...
Just give her. Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's very interesting for me.
Because?
Because I used to be a good hockey player. Like when I played as a kid, as a young person, especially in Dutch circles, I would have been one of the better players for sure for a season, right? And so now, like, I'm not close to the best person there. So it's good for me. Everything's good for my character development to suck.
What made you start again?
Well, I got invited by Trevor, and I just love the exercise. It's a good group of guys.
Can't believe Trevor hasn't invited me. He probably actually has.
He's probably seen you play hockey. And he knows you don't like to be the worst person out there. So he's saving you from complete shame and your own misery. He's a loving friend.
He is a loving friend. Trevor's awesome. Okay.
No other listener questions?
So besides that, no other listener questions. So besides that, you didn't have any hobbies? It was just work?
Work. Like if I had to say my favorite trip would be, it'd be going to the prairies to like potentially buy a farm or go on hay buying trips, or like I love doing deals.
And would you say when you were younger, did you have more hobbies and they just slowly disappeared? Because a lot of guys have that. They'll be like, they were hunting or this or that. And
No, I've never hunted.
I never had hobbies either.
The only hobby I ever had was hockey. And I used to play it way too much. Like my whole teenage years, right? And then I started drinking. And when I started drinking, I quit playing hockey. I was too drunk. I remember being completely obliterated and just not being able to play. And then that was just kind of the end.
What I would love to do is find another 3 guys, or like have a pool of guys to like play golf with once a week. Just 1 game a week.
It's expensive.
No, it's not.
No? How much would it cost to go play golf?
Depends where you go, of course.
Yeah.
But you can go at Meadowlands. You can play.
Cham's pretty cheap.
Yeah, Cham's pretty cheap. There's
$30?
No, it'll be more. Probably like 45 for 18. Maybe 40. Depends what time of day you go. But between 8 and 5 p.m., that's the only times I play golf. Sometimes I'll play a Saturday if there's a tournament. But otherwise, I only play during work hours.
Okay. Does that feel luxurious to you to go play golf in the middle of the day?
Yeah.
Don't care. Don't care what other people think.
No. Well, but also, I'm not going to do it in the evenings because that's family time. And Saturdays is the days we can spend time with the family. Sunday afternoons, maybe I'll go with the family.
Okay.
We'll play with the 4 of us.
Does that feel sacrilegious to play golf on Sunday?
It does not, no.
Okay, interesting.
I think it's a great, relaxing time.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know why, no. I mean, growing up, that would have been like sacrilegious for sure. But.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting where the lines get drawn, eh? Golf's an interesting one.
Yeah. I mean, it's outside. I mean, maybe if there was a little bit of sweat on my brow, then maybe it would get bad, but.
Okay. How about the fact that you pay money to go do it? No. Okay. Interesting.
What else you got? I got no more questions, so.
Oh, I could go to my list. I mean, I put things on there, but.
Go to your poop list.
No, I'm not telling any shit stories. No, not
Hey!
Oh,
hey, no
I
shit.
Said it. I've been doing pretty good.
Oh,
I've been doing pretty good.
You sinner.
I've been doing pretty good.
Calvin says everyone's on my list.
Yeah.
I hope you guys like my decorations, by the way, of the set.
Well, I like it. It's pretty thoughtful. Oh, yeah, you got the whole, man, I don't read anything, eh?
No, you don't.
I don't read anything. I don't.
Back to the
great
book,
stuff.
Back to the book, though. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Yeah.
What did you like about it?
It's one of the most inspiring and impactful books ever written.
You just read the back of that book. Okay. Why did you like about it? Why did you buy it? Where did you get it? Talk.
I've had multiple people that have talked about, like hundreds of people have talked about how good this book is. If you went on to the internet and Googled.
I want to know why you bought the book.
Why did I buy the book? Because I was probably in a coaching class with like Casey Langbrook 10 years ago when I first switched to LLT accounting, and I think I won it as a door prize or something, and then I started reading it. And I probably started reading it 6 times.
And what'd you like about it?
Like everybody's seen this picture, right?
No.
I'm showing up a picture now, and what do you see?
Old lady.
Yeah. But if you keep looking at this picture, eventually you see a young lady.
Okay.
Right? And it's about, he starts with psychological, right? And the paradigm shift and circle of influence, and just goes on and on and on. Begin with the end in mind is one of the chapters, right? There's lots of good stuff in there. I definitely need to read it. Everybody should read it. I'm sure it would help anybody.
Be more effective.
Guy's a brilliant mind. What's effective though? Some people would say, what's effective ministry? What does that even mean? What does it mean to be effective?
People be robbers of hell.
Okay, but does that happen getting lots done, or does that just happen in a relationship and caring well for others? What's the most effective way of doing that?
Be faithful. Preach the word faithfully.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the Bible says, talk about that. Don't add to it. Don't take it away.
Don't add from that. Don't take away. Yeah.
Don't bring your ideas into it. Don't grab a Bible text and say that's what you're going to preach on, and preach about something completely different and never reference it again.
Wow, it's more likely that somebody comes with an idea and then goes hunting for text, right?
That's pretty much
It's so easy to go. You could literally hunt the Bible and find text that would back up some pretty
into the sermon lab again?
ideas. No.
You quit last time, right?
I quit halfway through.
Love to see you up there preach.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't love to be up there preaching, so.
You wouldn't love to?
No.
Because of the fear of people?
Fear of people.
Yeah. Not because you don't have something to say.
What's that?
Not because you don't think you have something
lots to say, but I mean, that doesn't, you don't want people up there that have lots to say. It's pretty serious, right? Bringing the word of God to people. That's weighty, man.
Yes.
That's weighty.
Yes.
That's weighty.
Yes.
I think I have responsibility now, man.
Whew. Yeah. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
No, it's a real calling. We were pretty blessed with some amazing preachers. So,
are you going to which Christmas service are you going to? I'm actually I'm starting to volunteer now, so I'm doing the welcome desk and usher on the Christmas service from 5 to 7, I think.
Okay, are you starting ushering now from now on?
Yeah.
Did you not want to go in children's ministry, or do they need people to usher?
Nicole is in children's ministry, and so I just emailed Beth and I said I just want to be volunteering at the same time as Nicole.
Okay,
and they said do this.
Okay, awesome.
So. Children's ministry, I could probably still sign up for. I just have to go do the criminal record check and everything. So
okay, okay, yeah, it'd be good. You'd be good at it.
Well, the kids ministry stuff. Yeah, I'd actually probably like. I actually thought about the youth group stuff too. I probably enjoy the older youth group. Engage with those kids.
Yeah,
it'd be fun.
Pretty awesome. Marie's done it a lot too. That's how I met you, Marie. Right? She was in youth group and I was a youth leader. So
at Eversea?
No, Southside.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She was 18, right? She was a kid. Like she said the other night, I was a child.
And you were in your 30s?
Yeah, it was awful. When I first act to marry her, he said
I seen that today. There was like some singer.
Yeah, okay.
Some Pink Floyd. Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's what it was. This guy's like 52 and he's dating a 19-year-old. And I'm like, what is going on? Like this is not. It's not
even
right.
Me. The gap and the timing of the gap is important. Like 18, 25, like everybody, Marie always says, well, how would you feel if our daughter at 18 started hanging out with a 25-year-old? Off with his head. All bad. All bad.
Yeah, you can't control your kids.
Well, you can try.
I mean, your father-in-law tried.
Yeah. Look how that worked out. Married with 6 grandkids.
How's Dom doing, by the way?
No, they're really gracious. They were gracious at the time, and it was totally fair that they were.
I agree.
A bit fired up. Definitely questioning.
Okay.
So can I share another story attached to that?
Yes.
Did I already share this on the podcast about my wedding?
No.
Like they had concerns about like Marie being chained to the stove, right? Because we're Dutch.
Okay.
Right? Like I had.
Oh, wow.
Well, because I was a male chauvinist pig. They had no understanding of what Dutch people are like, right?
Oh, wow.
And ironically.
So she's not Dutch at all then?
No.
I didn't know that. So what's her experience of Dutch culture?
Oh man, this would be so funny when she's listening to this. Everybody either assumes she's Dutch or she gets mad because Dutch people think they're better, like they invented everything. She's like, everything great Dutch people think they created, right?
I mean, I definitely don't think that, but I didn't know.
Are you sure
Dutch.
You don't?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay, I totally have an air of superiority about the Dutch thing. It's not good.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
Anyways, like they had this whole idea that like I would have her like at home pregnant, bare feet into the stove, right? Okay. So then on my wedding, you know how Dutch people do the skits at the wedding?
Yeah.
Well, my sister Jocelyn.
Well, that's only a Dutch thing? The skits?
I haven't seen it at any other wedding.
I mean, Canadians are just so soft, they can't offend anybody, so.
Anyways, pretty funny at my wedding because my cousin, Casey, dressed up like Marie, like pregnant with like a big belly. And Jocelyn brought a stove in for the skit and had him as Marie chained to the stove. And Jocelyn was like a Dutch tutor talking like with a Dutch accent, like teaching her, this is how you cut the Gouda and you got to cut the Gouda the right way and make sure you hang the clothes on the line because everybody judges everybody based on how clean their cars are and how good the lawn's cut. Just giving her all these points. Totally true things, right? Like pretty, just drive around Rosedale on a Saturday afternoon, right? And take a look. It's pretty obvious. But anyways.
Okay, so what's her background?
A bit of everything. I don't even. Ukrainian. No, Bob. Ukrainian.
And I have some superiority that I'm Dutch. What's your wife? I have no idea.
Oh, man.
Marie, My condolences.
No, she's totally fine. She probably doesn't know what all her
That's why the conversation we were having before we started recording here. I was saying to Nicole, I was like, "You think I'm bad? Look at Gary," and she had to debate what's worse.
Yeah, it was a toss up, which is pretty insulting to me. Yeah, I was pretty offended.
I said, "What did you say? You're never 100%."
Well, I don't want to say this because this will upset Marie.
Wise. She
listens.
Wise.
She takes things very seriously, that I say.
I don't have to send the overtime link.
No, you could just. Well, that's true. That's true. I sure don't want her to start paying for it. We've got enough credit card bills. On that note, it feels like we've rambled on about a lot of ridiculousness. It's Christmas Day.
Enjoy it.
Have a great day with your families. Thank you.
Cheers.